Ray Ives, kind of an underdog. Going through this one quickly as well. So this is part 6, Rumblings of Drama. This was the start. The gossip ring was starting to pick up fire, pick up heat, the gossip ring. And these were the rumblings. So I get a call from Devon Jeffrey. He was the vice president of sales. So he was a great guy, always calm. He was an Irish guy, talked with like an uplifting brogue, lived in Tampa. He was always calm. No matter what, he was always calm. And so he calls and he was telling me that Story wasn't happy. I was like, okay, well, why wouldn't Story be happy? We just finished the luncheon in the Northeast. We got market share. We got the business. We were awarded the business. So the gossip ring, again, Ann and Story, they had this gossip ring. They were disgruntled employees. They were there a long time. They just would collect information from people, manipulate it. And here we are. It's won the new business. Like, how dare she bring like the unhappiness and the darkness? And I was like, okay, well, why? Why is Story unhappy? And he basically said that she felt that I should have been there longer and that I came in late and I should have been there longer. Now, okay, I'm starting to boil a little bit here, right? So first, I didn't want Story there. It was a courtesy, okay? She worked on account specifics elsewhere. I was being just very courteous to allow her to come. She lived in the market. She worked on the account before. Secondly, Sophia, the assistant sales manager, did hundreds of these luncheons. I've done hundreds of these lunches. And I wanted to give Sophia the creative freedom to create this luncheon how she deemed fit. I was going to be there to micromanage. I was there to give Sophia the opportunity to grow. And I was going to be there in enough time to overlook things. And I knew confidently she was going to be fine, Sophia. And then lastly, I had a monumental family event and I wasn't going to miss it. I wasn't going to miss this event on Sunday to come in just for the day early to watch over. So I had to deal with this. And Devon was like, you know what? I get it. Like, you're right. I totally agree with you. You did the right thing. And I remember gossip for Story. It was her oxygen, right? She couldn't breathe without gossip. She needed it. And by bringing a fraudulent complaint, she became significant again. She wanted to control the temple of black magic with like confusion and false accusations. And it was just very, very distracting. So that was the rumbling drama. The other one was that my boss brought me into his office. So we put on this luncheon and I had to expense ingredients. I had to expense some other things and it came out to like $500. Now, if you're putting a luncheon together for a potential client and say the regional office had 200 people, if I was going to get that catered, we're looking upwards, between $2,000, $5,000, depending on how in depth we're going to go. And basically I spent $500, a drip in the bucket on a multi-million-dollar business and a new multi-million-dollar account. And so he brought me in his office and he's like, I want to talk to you. He's like, first you did the right thing. Let Sophia be out there. Let her have creative control. Let her do. That's what we hired for. Perfect. I didn't bring up any gossip with Story because I feel like things like that, just the fire has to be smothered. Why continue that negativity? So it's like, I want to talk to you about the line item on your expense report, $500. He's like, why did you spend that? And I explained. And he's like, just be careful how you spend the company's money. And I thought, it's like, he's got to be joking. Like, he's either joking or he's just being a hard ass. Turns out he was just being a hard ass. And I couldn't believe it. Here we are, multi-million-dollar new account, generating revenue. In order to get the business, we had to sell premium. We were a premium company. We had to sell premium. We had to be competitive. We had to impress. And all I did was spend $500. And so it just became part of this chaotic, misguided environment. It worried me. Not spend a lot of time on that. Again, part 6, it goes through some darkness. This is still the darkness. Stay tuned for next one. Ray Ives, the pen of an underdog.